Alright guys, can you guys see me okay? You can. Alright. Everything is put. I gotta make sure that everything's put. So video capture device, we got it up here. Display capture, I got it here up and ready to go. Audio output capture, we got it ready to go with the speakers. And the input capture, which is my microphone Yeti Nano. So yeah, alright everyone, we're here ready to go. I hope you guys are doing very well today. This is gonna be a very unusual stream, I'll be completely honest with you. I've been wanting to do a stream like this for quite a while, but this is kind of something that that kind of popped into my mind. So right now we're gonna go ahead and play some tunes from Mario games. So we're gonna play the original music, then we're gonna play the remake music. So I think I have this out of order, but just gonna start off with what we got. So here we go. So we're gonna start with Choose a Player from Super Mario Advance, and we're gonna hear this, and next we're gonna do the Super Mario Bros. 2 NES music. And please read the rules while and if anybody else is coming to the stream, such as, except for my moderator, because my moderator is probably not here right now, but if my moderator's here, please do so, because otherwise please do so, because, well, having them in the stream is very important. And of course my moderator will be here to keep the chat alive, and just to keep the chat here going, and just keep it sane, okay? Because I don't want anything just going wrong, and either technical or people just not listening to the rules. So the rules are here, posted on the description on every stream from now on. Ever since the Super Mario Bros. Wonder stream, I've made it kind of just myself to just put the rules here for every stream that we do. So if people didn't catch the rules, just please do so, because that will make it better for everyone, and including me, because I don't want things to just go chaotic here in the chat, or people fighting, or whatever terrible things happen in many streams that are not what can I say here, that are not regulated. So please.
You deserve the best at Harbor Front.
So, just as a warning, put that for right now. So,
right? You can afford it. Performance.
Alright, here we go. So we're gonna look at this first song. And yes, I have video with me. So yeah, if anybody didn't catch the stream. Alright. I'm gonna stop listening to that for a second. And, we're gonna do the next one, which we're gonna kind of just compare and see which one sounds better. I'll be completely honest. I'm starting to have my doubts, so starting to have my thoughts circulate right now because I just heard this one. So we'll go ahead and listen to this next one, which is the NES version. So yeah, and I'm gonna put this here in the chat as well. Um, let's see. God, it's completely honest, I'm actually having a hard time choosing because you're actually seeing me like dancing and stuff like that during all this, but like I don't know, I don't know which one to choose. Honestly, I picked a pretty good one, which is the character select. I'll be honest, the other stuff like the world clear and the game over and stuff like that. I don't know. It didn't sound as good, um, but comparing the NES version to the GBA version, the character select. I'll be completely honest. It's kind of hard to choose since both of them are really great in their own right. They really are. I'll be. I'll just come on and say it right now. Like I don't know. I mean the GBA versions really just amplify it a little bit more with the instruments, stuff like that, and really bring out the theme a little bit more. But there's just something about the NES version, that that really makes the 8-bit the really 8-bit architecture in the music and the composition really just make it worthwhile, And I really just I don't know what to choose. But this first one I picked a really really good one. I really did. Even though Super Mario Bros. 2, to be completely honest, it's really just a weird game in of itself. I just want to look at the music for what it is, but um, yeah, it's that damn hard to choose, dude. It's really that damn hard to choose. So, um, particularly, I'm at a crossroads here because, the GBA is really good. It has that really, sounding, instruments. The instruments sound really good in the GBA version. Um, and they really bring out the music more in that one. But the 8-bit sounding instruments, the 8-bit sounding composition, and the compression of the NES version really do make it worthwhile to listen to. And I'll be honest, listening to this particular version, the NES music and the GBA right now, I think if it were up to me, I would have choose the NES music, the original, hands down. I'll be completely honest. The GBA version sounds great. It sounds really great, but it just loses something that the NES version got so right, and I'm like, and I just feel kind of disappointed when they remake these particular old games. I mean, I get that you want to bring them to a new audience with the updated graphics and stuff, and the voice things, and the voice lines for the GBA version, and that's all fine and good, and the music kind of adds a little flair to it, but I'll be honest, the NES music kind of wins it for me. When it comes to Super Mario Bros. 2, I kind of like to think more of like circus or maybe a little bit more of like a performance sort of sort of music. That's what I like to think about when this particular music comes along, and I really like this particular music. Super Mario Bros. 2, the NES version, and I guess that's why I like it so much um, since the particular version that I'm particularly kind of praising here is the NES version. I don't know. I just like it a little bit more. I think the GBA version is great. Don't get me wrong, it's great, but I think it's just lost the flair a little bit in what the NES version did. So it just kind of pointed out there, and I'll be completely honest. there's gonna be some hard ones that will particularly make me choose. So I hope that really sums it up. So, all right. Let's move on to the next song. Next song here that we got is the Warp Battle from Super Mario Bros. 2, the NES version and the actually the NES version. Yeah, we'll do the Warp Battle, and then yeah, we'll do the Warp Battle. So yeah, so we're gonna do this one, and I think I'm gonna find one for alright, yeah, we'll listen to this one.
Do you know what's really fun?
Alright. 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 Okay. We'll do. Alright, let's see what we got in terms of the Super Mario Advance music. Let's see. Here we go. Alright. We'll do Wart's theme. Let's see. Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna listen to that entire track, but because it's like 30 minutes long. But anyway, I'll be completely honest with you. this was really an easy decision. I would think that the NES version was gonna do it all for me because it sounds really great. But when you talk about the warp battle in general, I I seriously have not seen such a terrible music composition as much for the NES as that one. I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna tell you that I'm not. That it's not wrong. I'll be completely honest with you. Like, if I have a very strong opinion, that's what I'm gonna do. But in terms of what I've listened to so far, in terms of the warp battle, um, I gotta give it to the Super Mario Advance version. Super Mario Advance, hands down. And let me tell you why. Now, as I played both versions. They're both really just kind of strange in my opinion. I just don't like Mario Bros. 2, the Doki Doki Panic version. I really just don't. It just has some weird physics, by the way. I just don't really like it at all. But listening to their music, I'm like just so like it really just brings me the wrong way, like how terrible the NES version is because of how crunchy it kind of sounds, but it starts to kind of go on a loop. Then as like time goes on, like it never kind of changes, like like when you hear the NES version, I don't think of anything epic. I don't think of like a big battle going to commence. I think of like, oh, it's just a big rabbit or a big frog trying to you know get in your way. Like I'm not preparing for a big battle for Wart. I'm not preparing for a big battle with Wart. And that's what I don't get in the NES version. And while yes, the instruments kind of sound a little bit off because of the limitations of the NES, that could be just my thing. That could just be my thing. Um, you probably have different thoughts as to how you think the music is gonna sound, but to me, it doesn't sound that great. It really doesn't. If I were just completely honest with you, the advanced version probably wins at 100% because at the start it begins to have like this ominous look. It begins to have this ominous sound where Wart is awaiting you, and then the sounds kind of start, the music kind of starts, and it goes really hard on the on I can't remember which instrument. I think it's like drums or percussion or something of that sort. I can't remember what, but it's like a trumpet or some form of instrument. I can't remember. I really can't remember. I'm not really into that much of music, um, but yeah, but it starts off really great. Like this music starts to become really great. Then it starts to become like you're getting ready for a battle with Ford, and you're trying to you know defeat him and save Subcon is what they call it, and I think that's what the advanced version really got kind of right at that point. The NES just kind of falls kind of flat, considering that the limitations. Like, I'll be honest, like there's some music that is like great in every way, but then there's like music that is like, what the hell is happening? Like that's what I really think. And I don't mean that all NES music is terrible. I just think like, it should have been. I should have been like just thought about it a little bit more when the composer really just thought of the music. By the way, and that's what I think when it comes to the Super Mario Bros. 2 music. I'll be completely honest, but it's just what I feel. By the way, but yeah, that was the Wart battle music. I don't like that composition. I don't like the battle at all. I think it's just a terrible battle in my opinion. In both games, and of course the music. It's better in Mario Advance than it is in the original game. The music wise, by the way, that's how I feel with that. But do with that with what you will. Um, so here we go to one of my favorite themes, to one of my favorite pieces of music in a video game. Because I'll be completely honest, I love this music because of how awesome it really feels. And this is from Mario and Luigi Bowser Inside Stories. So you're gonna get like a piece of awesomeness in here. So we're gonna do the original game. Okay, we're gonna do the original game. I think we are, yeah, the original game first before we do the remake. And I heard that the remake didn't do so well. I'll be honest, I should have done a little bit better, even though like it's like the same damn game on the DS to the 3DS. So there's probably no difference other than graphic wise. So yeah, but yeah, we're gonna compare both of these music tracks um to what they are. So here we go. Oh, damn it. Damn it. Okay, there we go. All right. Oh my god. Ugh. Oh my goodness. Yeah, dude. Oh my god, that's the best part. Okay, my God. Okay. We're gonna compare the DX version, the deluxe version next. So we'll see how this goes. And I'm really gonna have a hard time choosing here because we're like pretty good for music wise. So all right, dude. All right, this is getting pretty good. This is getting pretty good. So, okay. Oh man. Oh man, dude. Oh. Oh my goodness. So um yeah, this is actually making it hard to choose. This is this I'll be honest, like this is my favorite theme in the Mario and Luigi series by far, and it has such an epic composition there too when it comes to the music aspect, audio aspect of it. Um, it's just amazing. It's really amazing. I'll be completely honest. It's making it hard to choose, even though like the DX version, the Mario and Luigi remake, Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story remake, um, has that little flair of of urgency, has that little flair to where it contains like more of the instruments, and it just overall makes it good, makes it better in many aspects. I'll have to give it to the original version. Just how crisp it sounds, though. Just how crisp it sounds, because the the organ sounds amazing. The church organ sounds so amazing in that. And yes, I did do some I did listen to the decompositions of the music tracks before I even did this. Except for the Super Mario Bros. 2 one, but the Mario and Luigi one, I did do a lot of like what is it? A lot of like I did a lot of research when it came to like the decompositions, the deformation of the music tracks themselves. But yeah, uh, both of them are really good. Both of them are really good, and I'm not gonna and I'm still wrapping my head around like how Nintendo could make such an amazing track for the DS. Like the DS had so many limitations at that point. Had limitations to where like you couldn't store too much on a cartridge. But because they're cartridge based systems. You know, a cartridge wouldn't hold as much as like a disc, for example. But they really made it work, and and with this music, it's like, how did they even make this possible? Like, I'm still trying to wrap my head around how they made that epic music possible, just so they can put it out on a DS, like on a DS that holds card-based cartridges that a cartridge couldn't hold as much as like a DS would, as like a disc would. Okay? Keep that in mind. Uh, a disc, a DS cartridge, a cartridge, not a optical disc like the PS2 or the PlayStation or something else like that. A DS with a cartridge slot in it, and to put it on an actual cartridge, like little cartridges, like like not even the bigger kind, the little cartridges. Like that's crazy. That's crazy to think about. You know, that's crazy to really think about. And for them to put a song like that, a soundtrack like that, for Bowser's Inside Story in in a in, in a handheld system, it's just crazy to me. It just shows that like Nintendo really did know what they're doing, and the composers, they really did so well. And of course, I gotta give it to the audio producers that really fine tuned the whole thing. It really sounds that good. It really sounds that good, and but still, the original version sounds almost perfect. It really sounds perfect, and you know, they still kept the organ in there from the original and the remake. But I gotta give it to the original. The original sounds so much better than what it was in the remake. And I'm not saying that the remake is terrible. The remake is awesome in its own right, but the remake is just amazing, dude. It's really just amazing. I really can't put my thoughts into it. I really can't. I really just cannot, dude. It sounds so great. It sounds really just amazing, and it just sounds so majestic. If that's what I'm gonna call it, cause you know that's what I think it sounds. So just awesome, dude. Just awesome. Cause there's nothing like it. There's really nothing like it. There really isn't nothing like it. You know that's amazing. That's really just amazing, dude. It really is. So okay. So we got through that. Now we're gonna look at the final battle music from the same game. We're really just gonna do that. Cause why not? And I really like the music, by the way, in Bowser's Inside Stories. So Those are my options. So here we go. We're gonna start with the original version from 2009. So here we go. Let's play that again. Oh man. Sorry guys, I'm gonna do a poll on this, but the sound on the actually I'm not gonna give my thoughts now because actually we're gonna listen to the remake version and see what we got here. So alright. Ah. Um. Okay. Okay. So we've got. I've got a few opinions when it comes to both of these, right? So, um, now, um, so the remake and the original. What do I think of the music overall? The music is amazing. The music is amazing. It's the best I've ever heard, and it's just one of those things that it's like when you hear it, it's just something that you bring yourself to prepare yourself for the final battle against Dark Bowser, and they really made it clear in this particular music, in this particular uh, soundtrack that you need to prepare to go ahead and take on Dark Bowser, and even in the giant, even in the giant soundtrack, you're preparing for a battle, and these are like boss battle sort of music. This is like boss battle sort of music, and I really like it. I really do. And um, the thing about this particular music in general is just the fact that I really am just surprised how Nintendo really just took particular music and made it better to what it really was. And um, I'm gonna point out my chat here, my comment in here in the chat. Uh, I said that the remake does feel flat in some places, particularly for the in the final. And let me tell you why. So first, it starts off like it does. Like it starts off like it starts off like very flute sort of. I can hear like flute. I could hear maybe like windpipes maybe, and it doesn't start off as great sounding as it does, like it did in the original. Um, that's one thing that really caught me off is like the beginning part didn't just sound that great. I'll be completely honest with you. If if it would have been kept the same in the remake, I would have been kind of just, you know, that beginning part would have been like amplified a little bit, not too much, but to the point where it doesn't sound as terrible as it is. You know, I just don't think the beginning has that particular oomph that it does when you listen to it for the first time, or when you get into the battle for the first time. It doesn't sound that great. The battle was amazing. I'm not talking about the gameplay of it. I'm talking about the music aspect of it. And the music aspect, uh, music wise, first impressions when it comes to the first part of the composition there, when it comes to the first part of the song, it doesn't seem that great. As I listened throughout the song, um, it started to get a little bit more better. Uh, like I get the like like after that beginning part that felt like really just flat. You know, we start to get uh some some jumps, or I would say like leaps into the music where it sounds really great. By the way, but uh, as far as like the rest of the song goes, you know, it kind of doesn't feel. It doesn't feel like it's in the final particularly, and that's what the original kind of got right. So yeah, the original didn't seem that great in particular. So hope that cleared that up. So yeah. Okay. Next thing we're gonna do um Super Mario Bros. Deluxe. And we're gonna do the title music. I really don't know what the title music was. I essentially forgot. And I haven't played Mario Bros. Deluxe. There's no reason to own it. So anyway. Here we go. Ah, crap. That was the same song. I didn't want the song that I didn't want the same song. I wanted this other one here. Okay. All right. Here we go.
We want to empower creativity, just like.
Okay. I'm gonna mute this for now. And there we go. Okay. Okay, we'll do Super Mario Bros. Underwater theme. Okay. Okay, comparing it to this one, we'll see. Alright, so here we go. Okay. Alright, guys, so. Alright, let's just be completely honest here. I have to be particularly honest. Super Mario Deluxe version didn't do it for me. Didn't do it for me. Did not. Um, it really didn't. It just felt so different that I just couldn't see myself even listening to it a lot, like one more time. I couldn't. I couldn't. Um, it just feels kind of just flat and it sounds particularly worse in many aspects compared to the NES original. And even though it mimics the NES original, it's like, what am I even hearing? It just doesn't feel right. It really doesn't. And just on a music producer's perspective, I'm gonna just put it in a producer's perspective. It doesn't sound that great. It doesn't, because of how what kind of just low and high the instruments come. It comes and goes, but it doesn't add any substance, like I would like to call it, and it just doesn't do it for me. The third, this particular music, the underwater theme, doesn't do it for me. Doesn't do it for me. The NES version, on the other hand, feels great. I can relax to it, and it gives a good vibe. It doesn't like, the instruments are there, and despite the limitations of the NES, it works so well here. It works well. It doesn't feel as jarring. It doesn't feel as monotonous as I hear in the Mario Deluxe, in the Mario Bros. Deluxe version. And I think from a music producer's point of view, I think from that, I would say I think it does wonders. The NES version does wonders in doing what it does, and the Mario Deluxe version doesn't do that. It doesn't really do that. It was flat, and I felt no emotion throughout that particular track, to be honest. And I felt a little bit like just relaxed when it came to the NES version. Like it really just compels, like it should be like lo-fi music almost, but it's not, truly not. But it really just gives off that vibe of like relax, man, of like relax and just chill. Like that's what the NES version does in many cases. And and from and just the instruments on it on the NES version are a little better, and sound amazing. They really sound amazing, and I don't know, just about it really does. It really speaks. It really speaks to me. So, um, yeah, the NES version underwater wins at this point in time. So, yeah, this was pretty interesting. I'm gonna put a poll up in here because I'm gonna pull up a poll on the community post because I really want to get your guys' opinion on this particular on like the music in general in the Mario games, because I'll be honest, I've been looking at them here, but I really want to hear your thoughts. And of course, you can put them here in the chat. And if anybody is not here, which I don't think anybody's here at this point, because it's been like an hour, so you can watch the replay. And of course, for anyone who did tune into the stream, thank you for coming in. I really appreciate the support. There's really nothing else I really like to do besides here. So I hope you guys go ahead and watch this, and and make sure to view the replay as many times as you want. And the live chat will come after like about maybe like 24 hours maybe, because the chat doesn't appear, the chat replay doesn't appear like until like later, man, until like later. So let me see if I have this on. Yeah, I have it on live chat replay. It doesn't appear for like another couple of hours. So just do that with what you will. So all right, thank you guys for coming in and sharing and just doing so. Thanks so much. So yeah. So hope to see you guys next stream, and I got a few announcements here. So I'll be honest, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, it will not be for maybe like about a week or two, depending on how busy the schedule is for my classes. I'll be honest, it's been pretty busy so far. I've been getting to the assignments, but like I said, I need about a week just to get through Mario Wonder. And the sad thing about it is that Mario Wonder, I can't even play on my own file. I can't even play on my own file because I have two files reserved. So I have one is by me, and one is by by another account that I share with my brother. So but he has the second account, and I don't want to delete the progress of Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I may play in that, but I don't know. But I want to get more familiar with the game. But yeah, I'm just kind of like watching videos at the moment of that game. It will be a few weeks before that goes through well. So yeah, thank you so much for coming in and showing your support. And once again, guys, new videos will be there periodically, depending on how busy the schedule does.